Hello writers, and welcome back to the channel. Today I have a special video for those of you interested in learning more about the drone that I use for filming most of the aerial footage you've seen in the channel. The drone is usually referred to as Skydio since that's the name of the company that makes it. I usually refer to it as Blue for obvious reasons. Although I am not necessarily trying to endorse this particular drone, when it comes to autonomous filming, this drone is in a league of its own in my opinion.
There are many YouTube reviews videos out there that cover all kinds of details about this drone, so I'm not going to do that in this video, but I will go over the key features that make this drone a pretty good drone for filming off-road dirt biking, and I will also go over some of its limitations. First, Skydio has the ability to follow you and track you at speeds of up to 36 miles an hour while keeping you in the field of view of the camera, which is plenty fast for most trail riding. Secondly, Skydio has the ability to avoid obstacles in all directions, including upward and backwards, and obstacles can be as small as half an inch in diameter, which although not completely bulletproof against thin branches or wire fencing, it is pretty good as long as you minimize exposing Skydio to these risks during your flights. Thirdly, Skydio can track you even with line-of-sight obstructions such as trees or tall vegetation using your GPS location. You really need these features in a tracking drone unless you're riding in a desert or some other environment with no trees. Lastly, you do not need to use or carry with you a bulky drone controller or even a phone to run an app for controlling the drone while flying. That is because Skydio has an accessory called the beacon, which you can conveniently mount on your handlebar and allows you to control how you want Skydio to follow you. And be aware that the beacon is required for GPS-based tracking. In my opinion, you need all of this functionality to have a useful drone for autonomous filming of dirt biking. With that said, if you primarily ride in a forest-type environment with very tall trees, you're better off riding with a buddy and filming each other with GoPro cameras, since Skydio's ability to keep up with tree branches diminishes greatly in these type of complex environments, as I will show you in this video. But before getting into some of the Skydio limitations, let me show you some of my favorite and most memorable footage I have captured so far with Skydio, which could only be achieved with a drone. That is because often, drone footage is the best way to capture the essence of what riding a specific trail or park is like. Watch this Skydio footage of riding Trail 3 at Metcalfe. Often, drone footage is the best way of showing the thrill of riding a specific trail, like this section of Lake Road at Hollister. Sometimes, drone footage is the best way to capture the level of difficulty of a trail, and as a bonus I got to capture some cool features here due to the low angle of the sun. Other times, drone footage is the best way to capture what riding a park during a specific time of the year is like, as in this footage of Carnegie during the winter season. And only drone footage allows you to capture all of these elements at the same time, as in this stunning footage of Pozo during the winter time. One of the most impressive features of Skydio is its ability to fly through obstacles using its collision avoidance software. Let's watch. As impressive as this looks, in my experience, Skydio tends to slow down when the path ahead starts to get too complex, which means that you'll need to slow down your speed if you want for Skydio to keep up with you. And if you push Skydio on purpose or accidentally to fly through trees, it is just a matter of time before it'll get stuck, and you'll find yourself having to turn around to help Skydio find a clear path for you. Watch this. this footage, even though I set the initial tracking height to clear the trees, Skydio is a bit too far back, and as I start descending on the other side of this hill, Skydio starts descending also, unfortunately trying to fly through a tree. I'm completely focused on filming my friend Bart in front of me with my GoPro camera, not realizing that Skydio got stuck. As we continue riding down the hill, thanks to the switchbacks involved, eventually Skydio will fly away from the tree and towards my current location. So for these reasons, I try as much as possible to keep Skydio away from trees. And if I want to record footage in an area with lots of trees, I'll set up the flying hive to clear them. And these are the type of environments where Skydio's ability to automatically switch to GPS-based tracking come in handy. This was very useful when filming some of the trails at the Ren's Ranch area at Hollister Hills. Let's watch. So here are my final thoughts on Skydio. If you're interested in filming yourself dirt biking, either to share videos with friends and family or to improve your technique by watching yourself riding, Skydio would be a great addition to your dirt biking gear, assuming you ride in areas with not too many tall trees. I hope you found this video interesting and informative, and if you're interested in learning more about Skydio, check out their website for additional information and video. And make sure you subscribe to this channel for additional content on dirt biking and drone filming. Until my next video.